The Nintendo Switch is the newest current-gen console on the market right now, and one that seems to put Nintendo back into the home console race right alongside Microsoft and Sony. If you've been following along with my sort of analytical video series at all, you have no doubt noticed a theme by now, which is taking a look at just how we got to where we are with these companies. Nintendo has always been a staple in home console gaming and has done arguably the most for it in terms of innovation as well as general public perception. Find someone who's never heard of Mario. Go ahead, go out there and find someone who's never heard of Mario and then call them the most boring person alive. Nintendo has not, however, been immune to failure. For example, one of Sony's biggest commercial failures to date is the PlayStation Vita, a handheld that over its life cycle has sold just over 15 million units, but still has sold about 6% better than Nintendo's last generation console, the Wii U. The Wii U was faced with an enormous challenge right from the start to try and capitalize off the success of the Nintendo Wii, and frankly, Nintendo fell flat on its face. The announcement of the Wii U did little more than confuse gamers about what exactly it was, and even less to impress the audience it was trying to market to. The system was supposed to be geared more towards the hardcore gamers this time around, and less about the family experience, which in short, or in Nintendo speak, means it was supposed to be about you. Very clever. But to add to the confusion, they only showed us concepts of isometric experiences and a demonstration of high definition, which we knew pretty well by that point of 2012. Look, I could go on and on about why the Wii U was such a bust for Nintendo, but for now, let's just say that it had confusing marketing, underpowered or even dated hardware, and in the end just offered nothing to third-party developers they had not already been working with for years. With that out of the way, let's talk about the Nintendo Switch. I actually believe that the past failures of gaming hardware is very important to the future projects from gaming companies. Just look at the way Xbox One has morphed into something completely different than what was originally announced, or you can watch my video about it, or not. Either way, it's fine. Either way. Anyway, one thing you may notice about the Switch is that it has taken a lot of properties, at least as far as hardware goes, that actually worked from the Wii U and other past consoles from Nintendo, and has actually improved on the concepts and ideas that made them exciting in the first place. Once more, keep in mind that this video is not intended to be a comparison video to any other console and only exists to lay out reasons I think you should go buy a Nintendo Switch. It's impossible to talk about the Switch at this point without using the word potential. It's a thing I cannot get over about the system. This thing has the potential to be my absolute favorite console on the market. Nintendo revealed this time around that it has third-party partners already on board like EA, From Software, Bethesda, Capcom, Atlus, and Square Enix, including many more. But obviously the most important name in there is FromSoft. Dark Souls on the go, anyone? Sign me up. Take my money. All jokes aside, though, it's important to understand just what that means in terms of future games on the Switch. So we have to look at two things. The first of which, are these gaming companies going to develop new games for the Switch? And does that matter? I don't want to get too far into the technical limitations of the console and throw a bunch of numbers and teraflops at you. So I'll just say if you're expecting a portable PS4, you're going to be disappointed. But does it matter? Think of your favorite games. Think about the times you've not been able to play them because you have to leave the house, or even the times you've packed up your console just so you could play somewhere else. Now think about having that game in your hands anywhere you are in the world. If nothing else, the Switch has the potential to bring you limitless gaming on the go. For me and my brother, I know being able to take Dark Souls out of the house is a pretty big deal, and that isn't even bringing up Nintendo's amazing IP like Zelda or Mario, which I'm going to get into later. Potential can be a scary word, and I know that. Even the Wii U had its own form of potential, but the truly mobile gaming experience of the Switch takes it far above what that system was and expands on it with things like motion control without the need for sensor bars. For me, the word potential was enough to get me to buy a Switch. So if you're in the same boat, ask yourself if $300 is a cheap enough investment to make for a mobile console gaming system, and if not, well then let's get into one more potentially amazing feature. On February 23rd, Nintendo broke some hearts when they announced that the Switch would not have a virtual console at launch. But we know it's coming. Right now on some iOS devices you can play some Nintendo classics, but I hate to break it to you, if you do, you're probably going to grow up to be a Nazi. I'm just saying. I don't know. Anyway, the idea of classic NES, SNES, and N64 games on the go, maybe after you get stuck on another AAA title or something, is an idea I'm in love with. And the rumor of GameCube games coming, you have to be excited. I am. We all are. We're excited, period. In the meantime, there are several Neo Geo games already available on the Switch, all of which take advantage of the Joy-Con controllers being two separate devices. Games like the King of Fighters 98, Metal Slug 3, Fatal Fury, and Shock Troopers are already on the Switch and make it a portable multiplayer console you need to own. One issue many people have with the Nintendo is the all but non-existent network. At the Switch reveal in January 2017, however, Nintendo announced an improved online service starting in the fall of 2017. The service does include premium features and will be a paid service. New features with the subscription are lobbies and voice chat, a monthly game download, and access to exclusive deals from the eShop. You will also be able to register friends, share screenshots and maybe videos eventually to social media, and access the Parental Controls app for free. This seems obvious and a long time coming, but at least it goes to show you that Nintendo is serious about giving gamers what they want on the Switch. One thing to note is the monthly download will only be playable for free for 1 month. Not great, but at least it's something, and there will always be some free game to play. Another thing Nintendo has going for it right from the start is the phenomenal lineup of first-party IP. Games like Zelda Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart 8 are already available or will be within days of this video being released, and Super Mario Odyssey is set to hit shelves in late 2017. Splatoon 2, Ultra Street Fighter 2 The Final Challengers, Minecraft, and NBA 2K18 all will be released in 2017. Not all the games I just named are exclusive, but with the third-party support to hold you over until Nintendo's next blockbuster, you'll have a hard time deciding what games to buy and take with you on the go. By the way, if you've not played Zelda Breath of the Wild yet, you need to do that. Nintendo absolutely nailed it with this one, and it is easily my game of the year so far in 2017. The game is also available on the Wii U, but having it with me at work or when I'm, mixing down a podcast is the absolute way to play this game between docking it for longer stretches at home. Don't let the early lack of titles scare you away from owning this thing. Let's not forget most heavy-hitting games come out in the last few months of the year, and Nintendo no doubt has some big announcements to make yet. And after seeing the early sales numbers for the first few months of the Switch, third-party games will definitely be coming to the Switch soon. So there you have it. Those are all the reasons I think you need to invest in the future of games and get yourself a Switch. Do you agree, or does it just sound like I'm trying to sell you something you don't want? Let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more thought-provoking arguments and opinions and other gaming-related content. Also, be sure to listen to the BA Start podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, or any other podcast app you have, or just go to the website, bastartpodcast.com. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitch. Those links are in the description. And thank you for watching and supporting the BA Start podcast, and until next time, have a good night.